I spend most of my time reading fiction. Am I wasting my time? Is reading fiction really good for me? What is the benefit of reading fiction? Hello and welcome back to another video about reading. My name is Sohail, and if you are interested in topics related to literature, reading, literary criticism and so on, hit that subscribe button to watch my future videos as well. And now, reading fiction is questioned for many years by people who are not that much into reading literature, and they always try to destroy this literary picture to convince themselves that reading novels is a waste of time and fiction cannot help us in our real lives. This is a very challenging question, and most of the times fiction lovers cannot defend their passions of reading fiction, and so they choose not to answer the question, and this heightens the level of suspicion among the critics of fiction. In this video, I'm going to talk about this problem, and we can discuss about probable answers we can give to these people. So once and for all, we are going to solve that problem, or let's say that misunderstanding about reading fiction, and we will have more readers coming towards reading these types of books. One of the simple answers which is suitable here is that life is short and we cannot realistically experience everything, and we came to this world to experience the beauties, the evil, the nature, all kinds of feelings and all kinds of people. How can we experience all these in our limited years of life? It is not possible. It is not even possible in the realms of fiction. But fiction can give us more experiences than we can have in our lives. The advantage of experiencing more in life is the growth of your performance in your job, in your relationships, your interactions with other people, your worldview, and generally your life. When you are reading fiction, it's like you are entering the world of that story and you are experiencing the conditions, the events, and the challenges of that novel. And this affects your personality when you come out of the story by the end of the novel. So after reading every novel, you are not exactly the person before reading it. Let me give you an example. When you cut your hand or burn a part of your body, the scar will remain on your body and on your skin permanently. And reading fiction is something like that. And the scar will always remain on your mind. Another claim by the critics of fiction is that history, metaphysics, science, and desires are those by which we are living. And fiction cannot be categorized in any of them. This is a mistake because they missed the final category, the category of art. History can elaborate on where we came from as humans and what are the experiences we had before and how human beings changed throughout times. History can do that. Metaphysics is about philosophy. It's about, for example, why the world is like that and why it is not shaped in another way. What is the meaning of life? Or, for example, why we are suffering. Metaphysics is about these. Desires are simply those which keep us entertained and provide pleasure for us in our daily lives. It is not that much complex. And the science is the how of the world. How our body works, how our mind works, and how biology or chemistry change the world we are living. Science is about these, and it deals with facts and reason and so on. Art, however, is about ease. What is to be human? What is to be you at this very moment? Art is the part about being human. We are not living in metaphysics, in science, in history, or in momentary desires. Our living is in the domains of art and in the domains of humanity. How can you criticize that? How can you question that? How can you say that being human is not important and valueless? This is exactly what happens in the 19th century with the Industrial revolution, and we see that science becomes the dominant attention of human beings, and paying too much attention to science and scientific concepts declines the human values. And we have realistic and naturalistic writers tried their best to talk about these issues and problems, but they were not heard at their own times. And that was the beginning of the human and the humanities being destroyed. And we see that this problem resumes even today in our world. And you can look at the world and see how ugly it is. And now that I'm talking about these topics, I can say I really missed Romanticism too much. I really missed that movement. Remember that I talked about conversations and the important role fiction plays in our conversations and even in our writings. This is one of the basic and primary advantages of reading fiction, and the question is how fiction can affect our conversations. A very simple answer: enhancing your vocabulary. We are talking and writing every day, and the amount of words we are using is limited. And fiction, especially in the case of students and professors, can improve our vocabulary, and this can heighten the level of our speech and our writing style, which is one of the most important abilities in influencing others and also seducing them. Writing and talking in a good way is an important part of a charismatic character, and reading fiction can ease your way towards this important target. As I discussed so far, reading fiction can help us to understand what is human and who am I as a human being. What we can understand from this definition is that we can also understand others and also sympathize with them. Understanding the character, beliefs, thoughts, feelings and emotions of other people is one of the major abilities we should have, which seems to be missed in our world today. When we are reading fiction, we know the characters, their feelings and emotions, and how they act in different situations. So we judge them, and simultaneously we feel like them, and we like them to do certain things. And this totally is called sympathy, which is a great human feature. My final opinion about why we should read fiction is the power of imagination. As I mentioned in the previous videos, when you read fiction, you are entering the world of that fiction, and in that world, you are free, with no limits, to imagine, to live, to do everything you want. So your imaginative abilities are active at this time, and they engage for more amount of imagination, for more and more amounts of imagination. And this heightens, guess what? Your creativity, which is needed in every part of your successful life. Well, this is the end of this video, and I really love this video, and I think it is very helpful for students and professors and those who are questioned multiple times about the benefits of reading fiction. If you are interested in these topics and these types of videos, please subscribe and leave comments to share your ideas with me. Thanks for watching. Take care.